How's everybody? Good. Well, look, the first thing I'd like to do is I got a lot of messages from a lot of fans, supporters, family, a lot of people that I have really good relationships with. And, you know, one of the bad things about this job is you can't respond to all that stuff, but I do appreciate very much all the birthday wishes. And I guess, you know, a lot of kids will have a lot of fun at Halloween, so we wish them the best too. But, you know, things have gone pretty well for us this week. You know, players are working hard. I've talked before about how important it is this time of year to sort of play your best football, and because it's how you finish that's really going to determine the identity of the team. And I think a lot of that comes in your ability to make some kind of self-evaluation of, I don't think you can improve if you can't self-evaluate. You know, and there's three things that you always should be evaluating. You know, what is my effort? Am I putting in what I need to put in to be able to improve? And how do I stay focused, my mental energy and intensity, whether it's a meeting, whether it's watching film, whether it's practicing, whatever it is. And then, do I know how to do my job? You know, what to do, how to do it, why it's important to do it that way, and then, you know, technically go out there and do it. Because in games like this, you know, they usually come down to which team executes the best. Blocking, tackling, you know, playing together as a unit, people staying in their gaps, everybody doing what they're supposed to do, playing with discipline, maintaining your poise, responding to adversity. So if you can self-evaluate, you know, you can really stay in the moment, I think, a little bit better, and it also helps you to improve. So, you know, I think the players understand, you know, what they're playing against, who they're playing against, and the quality of team they're playing against, and they're working hard to get ready.
Coach, we'll start over here on the right with Ben.
I was just curious what you've seen from your punters in practice in the last couple of weeks here.
You know, both guys are really improved. You know, Skylar has improved. Mike has improved. Both guys have improved. So hopefully that'll carry over into the games, and we can, you know, improve our consistency in that area to some degree.
Coach, we're on the left with Michael.
You talked Monday about the evolution of LSU's offense. So what have you seen different from their defense this year, and where have they evolved?
I don't think they do a lot of things different. I think they do things really, really well. I think they understand their scheme. I think they have a really good scheme. I think their players play the scheme well. They have a great understanding of what they're supposed to do. They have a really good third down package in terms of, you know, lots of different guys dropping different places, different guys rushing, mixing up zones and mans. And their players, they've got good players, and their players do a good job of executing and playing together, and they don't make a lot of mental errors. So I don't think it's a different scheme. I just think they do a really good job of executing it.
Up front here with Mark.
Just wondering, how have you seen Xavier McKinney grow in his evolved role, and then what makes him so effective on some of those safety blitzes?
You know, X is a really good player. He's very explosive. He's got really good speed. You know, he's a very instinctive guy. He's got cover ability for a safety, which I think is really, really important. So, you know, we make him be the money guy or the 6 DB in the box, you know, as much as we can. Same thing we did with Mika on third down last year. And, you know, we can do that because he can cover well, and he's a good blitzer, and he's physical, and, you know, he's a good tackler. So I think all those things are sort of the modern-day safety. You know, the big, old-fashioned, strong safety who comes up and takes on the sweep and, you know, kicks out the guard. You know, those days are kind of gone, you know. I mean, you got to be able to cover people, spread out, cover RPOs, and, you know, he does a good job as a deep field player as well as in the short areas of the field, which I think is important in this day and age at his position.
Sorry, Coach, a couple more. Start with Chris.
Does your approach in recruiting change at all, whether you're recruiting someone at, say, in Louisiana, or if it's the son of an NFL player?
You know, I think recruiting is all about relationships. So, you know, people need to feel comfortable with what you're trying to do, what your philosophy is, the kind of value that you're going to try to create from them. And I think if it's the son of an NFL player, I think those kind of people really appreciate it because they've been through it and they know what it takes. But it doesn't really matter where they're from. And not everybody's looking for the same things, you know, when they go to college. So, you know, we have a lot of good things here. We create a lot of value for players. We've had a lot of players come through here and leave with the ability to be a lot more successful in their life than when they came. And I think that's the overall goal that we have. And I think people see that, and people who want to do that, I think are interested in coming to school here. And I don't think it really matters a lot where they're from.
Coach, we'll finish up over here with Tony.
Can you speak about the job that Josh Gaddis has done and what allows him to connect with the players so well?
Well, Josh is a very, very good coach. He's a very bright guy. He's been in some good systems. He has a good understanding of the big picture offensively. He's very technical in terms of how he coaches and teaches his players, and they have a good understanding. And he's got a really good personality. So, but he's also demanding. You know, he can. You know, confront and demand guys when they're not doing things the way they're supposed to do them. And I think that's created a lot of consistency, you know, in our receivers, and it's also improved their toughness and their mental toughness to sustain. And, you know, we've got some good players, and he's got them really playing well.
All right, Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you.